If you are someone who finds yourselves always responding to every single comment on your page, always responding to every single text message, always responding to people reaching out to you in general because you feel bad if you don't, this video is for you. If you are one of those people that have toxic friends that are mean to you sometimes, talk down on you sometimes, do rude shit to you sometimes, make backhanded comments to you sometimes, and you're still friends with them because you don't want to hurt their feelings and tell them that you don't want to be their friend or tell them about themselves, this video is for you. You really got to stop being so nice. Okay? There's no nice way to even say that. You got to stop being so nice. People pleasing is your problem. Being too nice is your problem. We're just going to get right on into this video because you're here for a reason. You found this video for a reason. You need to be here. You need to stop being so nice. Let's go ahead and get into the first one. First and foremost, why you got to stop being so nice. Let's be clear. This video is not about being mean. This video is not about being a bitch. This video is not about bullying others. This video is strictly about how you being too nice. The key word here is too. T-O-O. Too nice is your problem. In certain situations, you can't be nice. Certain situations, that whole little nice thing has to go in the name of self-care, in the name of self-confidence, in the name of self-respect. So again, we're going to be clear. This video is not about being a mean girl. First and foremost, I need you to realize that people, first of all, treat you how you let them, okay? They're only going to treat you as far as you allow them to treat you. They're not the problem. You are. Yes, you. I know what you're thinking. How can I be the problem? I'm just so nice. I've never done anything mean to them. They're just so mean to me and they're always saying these mean things. You're the problem, okay? And all those thoughts in your head telling you why, oh, you're so nice. How could they do this to you? That's exactly why you're the problem. Because you're so nice. And people that are mean, people that are evil-spirited, people that are envious, people that are jealous, if they see something in you that they probably don't see in themselves, some people really are sick-minded, evil-minded enough to try and bring you down just because they feel sad in their heart. You didn't even have to do anything wrong to them. You didn't say anything wrong to them. You weren't being mean to them. You're a loving friend to them. But just because they have that little insecurity in their head or that little bit of evilness or that little bit of just no respect for the people around them, all out of their own jealousies, insecurities, whatever the case may be, whatever the reason they're doing it for, that's not your problem. But them treating you like that continuously is your problem, okay? Because the thing is, they wouldn't be able to treat you like that if they couldn't access you. Okay? If your friend is someone that's always being mean to you, always making backhanded comments to you, backstabbing you, and this girl is still your friend, you're still very much hanging out with her, you're still very much answering her phone calls, you're still texting back, you're still in the mix with her, then I'm sorry. That's not her problem. It's not her problem that she continues treating you like this and you do nothing about it. Is she a bad person? Absolutely. She's absolutely a bad person. But is this her problem? No. It's your problem. You know why? Because you subconsciously, not even subconsciously, you straight up consciously told this person without the words coming out of your mouth that, oh, it's okay if you treat me like that. You know why? Because I'll just see you tomorrow. Or we're still going to be friends. Why would they feel the need to stop talking to you a certain way or stop treating you a certain way if you're just going to still associate with them if they don't? You literally have to tell people how to treat you. Some people, now you come across some good people in the world that they're just really genuine, kind-hearted, sweet individuals. They're not going to cross you for no reason, okay? They're not going to backstab you. They're not going to be making snide remarks because they want to see you win too. Like those genuine good people. I'm sorry to crack that little bubble, but that's not a lot of people, okay? That's not a lot. A lot of people, not that they're just straight evil, but they're dealing with their own traumas, their own insecurities, their own things in their head that causes them to act a certain way that they're going to take it out on people around them. That's just it. That's just how most people are. You have to create boundaries with certain people. Literal boundaries, like drawing lines. Imagine you drawing lines. That's what a boundary is. Like, if you cross this line, we're going to have a problem. Okay? You need to create a boundary with certain people because they don't have boundaries within themselves. Like me, I might go outside and I might see someone and I might think something terrible, like, oh my God, that's an ugly skirt. Am I going to say that to them? Absolutely not. Why? Because I'm not a mean person. Just because I have that opinion and I think that that skirt is ugly on them, I'm not going out of my way to say that to that person. Why? That's not going to benefit me. I don't benefit from making other people sad. I don't benefit from hurting other people's feelings. So I'm going to shut my fucking mouth. Okay? Not everybody thinks like that. There are some people, they'll see someone, they'll be like, oh, what an ugly skirt. And they'll make it a point to let that person know that that's an ugly skirt in an ugly way, just because it makes them feel good inside. They feel giddy by making that person be like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't have wore, this skirt. Making someone else feel bad is their power. That's where they get their hee from. That's where they get their energy and charisma from being evil, from being mean, okay? That's how some people are. Those are the type of people you need to create boundaries with, okay? You have to tell these people how to treat you. And guess what? If they don't, we're going to move on to plan B. And that's when you have to dismiss people out of your life, okay? We're going to move on to that later on. But some people have to straight be dismissed from your life. And you can't feel bad about it. That's you being too nice. Never, ever, 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 ever feel bad about dismissing people. Clear the heck out of your life if they can't seem to treat you right, if they can't seem to respect your boundaries, if they can't seem to treat you with dignity and respect. There is nothing mean about you getting rid of someone in your life that is treating you less than. You know what's mean? Sitting there and letting people treat you like anything. Because do you care about yourself? Imagine yourself, you, right here. And you're the parent of yourself, obviously. Not obviously. We have parents, but we are the parents of ourselves as well. We take care of ourselves. We're raising ourselves. We're growing, okay? Now, imagine you're just sitting there and somebody's just throwing jabs at you, talking so much trash, treating you horribly. And you're just going to stand by and watch it? Like, you're not going to protect yourself. It's mean of you to just say, well, we're just going to let these people do this to us. That's mean. That's what's mean. Okay, so you're out here trying to be so nice to everyone else, but you're sitting there being rude as hell. I mean, you really don't give a F about yourself. You really don't care that all these people are treating you like trash. You don't care about being nice to yourself and saying, you know what, self, I don't like how these people are treating you. I'm going to get us out of here. So I just want, think that in your head. It doesn't make sense because it doesn't make sense. Does it make sense for you to be nice to everyone around you and completely trash to yourself? No, it does not. You disrespect yourself every single time you allow somebody to treat you less than. It's saying to them, like, I don't matter. You can do whatever you want to me. You can say whatever you want to me, and I'm just going to tolerate it because, you know what? My feelings don't matter. My feelings are not valid. Your happiness matters more than mine. You being content matters more than my feelings. Listen, stop being that nice. Step one to stop being a people pleaser is to realize that you matter. Okay? I know that we have probably been taught in this world to not be selfish, to think of others and not just ourselves. That's cool and everything, but yourself is your number one priority. First and foremost, you're not going to be good to anybody, or this world, if you're not good to yourself. Period. If you don't have self-preservation, if you don't have self-confidence, you don't have anything. I'm here to tell you, I don't care if you have all the material things in the world. I don't care if you have a master's education, but you have no type of self-dignity, self-respect, and self-preservation. You have nothing. Nothing. You need to realize that you matter in your life. You need to make you happy before anything else. That's it. That is all. Everybody else comes after. Again, I'm not telling you to go be mean to everybody just because you're putting yourself first. Nowhere did I say that, but I did say that you need to make yourself happy first before you make others happy. Do you agree with any of this? Do you agree that you matter? Do you agree that you need to take care of yourself first and foremost before anything else? If you don't, then that's something completely different. That's something else you have to work on. You're going to have to work on your own self-worth, your own confidence, because if you don't believe that you genuinely deserve to be treated well, then that is a self-esteem issue. That's a confidence issue. And it's not the end of the world. It can be fixed. Just like everything, it can be fixed. So if you do not resonate with what I'm saying, if you don't feel like you should be put first, realize that is a problem. Realizing that is a problem is another first step to stop being a people pleaser. You got to get to the point where you realize that you are a priority, you are important, you matter, and you deserve to be happy. And then we can move on with, you not being a people pleaser, you being so nice. A lot of the time, these people that are too nice and are people pleasers, it's because they don't believe that themselves deserve the best of the best. They don't believe that they deserve to be happy. They don't believe that they should put themselves first. And I'm telling you right now, that is a problem. Other people see that too. That's why they run all over you. They see that you don't give a fuck about yourself. They can read it. They can sense it from a mile away. Do you ever wonder, like, why is everyone treating me like? It's like, no matter how nice I am to everyone just treats me bad, because they see that. You stick out like a sore thumb. You're reeking with, oh, I don't care about myself. We see it. People see it. Another thing, working on your self-confidence if you know you're lacking it, or your self-esteem if you know you're lacking it. Working on all of these things is the first step to you being better at all, because you have to understand that if you don't have any self-respect, or if you don't have any self-esteem, you don't have any pride in yourself, you are always going to continue to allow people to talk down on you. You are always going to continue to let people disrespect you. So that has to be a priority. If that is something that you are struggling with, make that your priority for this year. Make that a priority every single day. I don't care if you're reading books about it, if you go to therapy, something. You have to find a way to boost up your self-esteem, boost up your confidence, boost up your self-worth, so that you can stop allowing people to treat you like a piece of shit. People can pick up when you have low self-esteem. They can pick up when you are not going to speak up for yourself. And they take advantage of that. That's the problem. So if you're wondering, what's the problem with being nice? What's the problem with being so nice? Most people, bad people, will take advantage of that. That's putting a target. You're literally putting a red target on your face to be picked on, because people can sense that you don't have any self-worth. People can sense that you don't care about yourself. People can sense that you have low self-esteem. You gotta, once again, realize it's your problem. Stop making yourself the target. If you're walking out here with a walking bullseye on your face, like, hey, look at me, I don't have any self-esteem, I think I'm a loser, oh my god, like, that's what it looks like to predators, to people that prey on those type of people. They can see it from a mile away, like, oh, look at her, that girl over there, that's the one we can mess with, that's the one we can fuck with, okay, because she's so nice, she's one of them two nicers, she's one of them two nice girls. Now, one thing you do notice that the bullies don't get messed with, right? Not telling you to be a bully too. But, and also you have those people that are considered mean, oh, she never smiles, or, oh, she's always looking like that. Do you see her ever getting messed with, though? No, it's usually the timid, so sweet, shy people that are getting messed with. It's never the bully. It's never the girl that everyone thinks a bitch. It's never, the quiet one with the evil look in the corner. It's always the one that is just so nice, and everyone knows it. You're making yourself a target. You're putting a big, fat, red bullseye on yourself when you do that. Okay? Just like a dog senses fear, bullies and bad people can sense people with low self-esteem. Remember that. Know that. Get it in your head. Work on that this year. It is not the end of the world. It is something that definitely can be fixed. And the fact that you're even here on this video tells me that you are trying to get out of this whole niceness. Tells me that you don't want to be one of them people anymore. And that's the first step to doing better, is realizing, like, I don't want to be this person anymore. And actively going out there and doing better. You gotta realize that your time matters, and you're not obligated to spend it with everyone. Those people that are like super stressed out because they got all these things to do. They got this party to go to this weekend and they don't want to go, but they don't want to disappoint their friend. They got all these obligations that they've agreed to go to, and they're just getting overwhelmed with life because they have everything going on in their regular life, everything in their work life. Some of them are even parents, but then they've obligated themselves to all these other people, all because they feel bad if they don't attend these things or do these things with people. You guys, you've got to realize, just like before, and how your self matters, your time matters. You have to have enough time for yourself and the things you need to do in your own mental health before you just go spending your time with all these other people. This is why a lot of people are flustered. A lot of people are stressed out. And a lot of people are overwhelmed. And a lot of people are overworked and are like jam-packed schedules. They're not even really happy. It looks like they're super social. It looks like they're living the dream, but they're really suffering inside. Because why? They're obligating themselves to all these things. And they barely even have time to breathe. But it's just because they're so stuck on being the good friend that attends every single thing. Let me tell you right now, if you miss a few of your friends' events, parties, things, big moments, it's not the end of the world. It doesn't make you completely a bad friend from the jump, okay? Now, there are some certain things where I will try my damnedest to make sure I get to, like weddings. I don't care if I have to fly across the country for my friend's wedding. That's something important, or like maybe your sister's giving birth, or just like the death of a family member. You make it a point to make certain things and certain events are really big moments. And so yes, by all means, if that's someone who is really truly your friend, you should make every effort to be there. Every single effort. If that's really, really, truly someone that you love and loves you back. That's the key right there. That loves you back. Okay? Because the problem is when we're obligating ourselves to all these people like, oh, I gotta go to so-and-so's baby shower and I gotta go to so-and-so's potluck and I haven't even really seen these people in the past, few years or whatever, but because they sent me the invite on Facebook, I feel obligated because if I don't, then they're gonna think I'm so mean and blah, 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 blah. But it's like, you're obligating yourself to people who you don't even know would do the same for you. Okay? And then when it's small things, like, I know baby showers aren't really super small things, but if you are already overwhelmed, if you're already stressed out, if you're already suffering in life, that is one of those times where it is a good excuse if you can't make it somewhere. You can't go and do things at the expense of your own self when you're already not okay. This goes back to the very, very beginning and realizing that you matter, okay? If you're suffering, if you're already overwhelmed, why would you go obligate yourself to more stuff? Especially if it's not like the end of the world or of the utmost importance, Certain things, as you get older, you can't attend everything. You can't make it to everything. You can't be there for everybody. This is the adult world. We have 24 hours in a day, and most of us work at least 8 of it. A lot of us work 10 of it, 12 of it, with commuting and everything. And if you're a parent, you're working 24 hours of it without the job. Okay, so the thing is, life happens. Your life matters, and a lot of people don't have time, especially with the way our culture runs in America now. Everybody's on like hustle mode. Everybody's extremely burnt out, extremely overwhelmed, this is why we're all so mentally unwell in this country, but we're still obligating ourselves to everyone else because we feel this social pressure to, not want them to be, not want them to think bad of you or whatever. And that's another thing that we're going to get to. This is why I said certain people, because the type of friends I have, the only people that I'm really calling my friends are the friends where things like this won't matter. I'll tell you what I mean by that. I know that if my friend can't come to something of mine, that it's not gonna be the end of the world for me. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, we can't be friends after this. I know that something must have happened, or she really, really just didn't feel like it, or maybe she didn't have money, but I still know that our connection is strong, that is still one of my real good friends, that I know that they'll still be there for me. Like if my parents passed away and I lost everything tomorrow, I know that they would be there for me tomorrow. Just because they missed this event of mine does not mean that they are not the quality, the good friend that I know and love, and that would do things for me in return, okay? So you have to understand that your real friends aren't going to even put that type of pressure on you. A lot of my real good friends that I have not seen in months, some if not years. But if I'm ever in their city, or I ever happen to see them, or if they call me up out of nowhere and I answer, it's like no time has passed. And we're still going to be there for each other. Just because I haven't seen them in years, haven't been to their kids' events, and they haven't been to mine, they haven't came to visit me, I haven't went to visit them, a lot of my friends live all over. But I have those friends where when we are together, or where we are on the phone, or when the other really needs something, I'm going to be there for them and they're going to be there for me. And that's a real friend, okay? We got to stop using the term friend so loosely, because a lot of you don't have real friends. You're obligating yourself to these friends that aren't even really your friends. And that's a whole nother video. I'm not even going to get into that right now. We really, really, really in this place loosely use the word friend. A lot of these people are acquaintances, co-workers, people you used to know, old colleagues, old classmates, but a friend? No. Not everybody's your friend. When your mom told you that, she was right. So the takeaway from number 2 is, don't make yourself overly available. It's okay. And the right people, the people you truly matter to, the people who care about your mental health, they're not going to make you feel bad or fucked up about the fact that you can't make it to everything. Because they understand and they know you have your own life, you have your own things going on, and they just understand that, as they should, as a friend or as a person who values and loves you. Another scenario, it's something like, say you have a test coming up or something major coming up. You know you need to study. Your friend calls you up. There's a party going on. You really don't feel like going. You don't have no makeup on. You're looking like a bum. You're stressed out about this test. You know you need to study another 4 hours. You don't even feel like leaving the house. It's cold outside. It's raining. You don't want to go. But because you fear how people are going to think about you if you don't go, like, oh, you're lame. On a Friday night, you chose not to go to the party because, what, you were studying, you know? That's another thing. Stop making yourself overly available in situations like that, because, first of all, them people are not your friends. You should be, if you're afraid to tell a friend of yours, oh, no, sorry, like, girl, I don't even feel like going out right now. I really need to study for this test. I'm so stressed out, like, I'm gonna have to pass on this. If you can't say that to your friend, that girl is not your friend. Like, what's not clicking? Why would you think that girl is your friend? Because a friend is someone you feel comfortable around. You can be your natural self around. You don't have to put on an act. So if you have to act and make up this whole thing, or show up to this party, or just go with the flow just so this person can like you, that person is not your friend. Because again, if it was a real friend or someone who truly valued you, truly loved you, was truly a friend to you, you'd just be able to say, girl, I can't. Honestly, I don't even feel like it. I'm so fucking tired. Like, I just don't. But maybe next time. Okay, reevaluate the people you call your friends, because a lot of people are not your friends. And I know this may be a lonely feeling right now. A lot of things might be resonating, and you're like, well, dang, all of my friends aren't my friend. That's a scary feeling, because then you feel like, well, what the fuck am I gonna do now? I'm here to tell you that there's so many people in this world. You can't let your fear of being alone or your fear of not having all these friends or not being super social just allow you to have anybody as your friend. I would rather have no friends than friends that I can't even feel comfortable enough to say, no, I don't want to go here with you. You know what, like, what kind of special trap are you guys living in if you have to put on these shows or these acts, or you can't even be real with the people around you? Like that sounds miserable to me. I'd rather be alone. Realizing that if you have to be alone, that's okay until you find quality people or not. But realizing that being alone is not the end of the world. And that brings me, again, this is always going to bring me back to the beginning, and that self-esteem and self-confidence and self-preservation. You have to love yourself, because if you truly love yourself, nobody else would matter. You're not afraid of being alone because you're okay in your own solitude. You're okay by yourself. You're okay with yourself. You don't need validation from others. You don't even need to be social with others. You're still going to be okay, genuinely, from the inside and out. That's why self-esteem, self-confidence, all important. It's always going to go back to number 1, and that's valuing yourself. So number 3 is allowing others to talk down on you. This is being way too nice, because we don't realize that the people that we're surrounded by, the things we hear every day, everything in our external environment is subconsciously programming things in our mind. This is why the people you hang around matter. The music you consume matters. The content you consume matter. On a subconscious level, all these things are being absorbed, and it's changing the way we think. It's shaping the way we think and act and go about our regular life. So if you are just allowing people to talk down on you in your dreams, you're doing yourself a disservice, because even if you say, I'm strong enough to where even if this person continues telling me, you're going to fail, you're going to fail, you're going to fail, you're going to fail, I know I'm not, so I'm not going to say it. Like, they can just keep saying that if they want, whatever, I don't care. Yeah, they can keep saying that to themselves. Don't let them keep saying that to you, okay? Don't let them keep talking down on your dreams or talking down on you. You're right, they're entitled to all their own opinions in the world. But the problem is, if they're continuously saying these things to you, you're being too nice by just allowing this to happen. Again, you need to go back to the source, to the beginning, and ask yourself, why are you allowing this? Why? If it's not serving you, why are you allowing it? Oh, because you don't want them to feel sad. You don't want to be mean to them by saying, oh, hey, could you please stop saying rude shit to me? Or could you please stop, like, being negative about my dreams? I don't like that. And another thing, people are afraid to, like, express their feelings for fear of, looking stupid to people. You don't even need to express your feelings. The point is, you don't have to allow these people around you. That's what people need to realize. You don't have to be mean to people. Sometimes, in order for you to preserve self and your own bubble and your own happiness, you just need to not tolerate certain people. You just need to not be around certain people. And again, this goes back to source again, and that's being happy with yourself. Because sometimes you're gonna have to be by yourself. Sometimes you're gonna have to choose self over others because others are not benefiting the self anymore, okay? And that's another part of growing up. Sometimes we have friends and they are serving us for the moment, then it can turn toxic, or we can realize it was never a real friendship, and then we end up by ourselves again. Okay, that's fine. You sometimes you're gonna outgrow people, because sometimes you're gonna be elevating, and people are gonna be staying the same. That doesn't mean, oh, I don't want to, act like I'm too good or I'm better than these people, so I'm going to bring myself back down here, to appease these people and make sure they're okay, that I'm going to stop elevating because, oh, God forbid I change. What would they think of me if I change? They're not going to like me if I change. Oh, go back to the source, yourself, and realize once again, you're caring all about what everybody else is going to say, and you're allowing yourself to suffer. It's not okay. Do not let people talk down to you, and do not let people talk down on your dreams, because, again, on a subconscious level, you might not believe it right away, but look into the subconscious mind. The things that come into your mind, whether you consciously know it or not, really shape the way you act, behave, and do things. You have to protect your consciousness at all costs. Protect your mind at all costs. Do not let negativity into your mind. The people who are doing this, they're doing it for a reason. They're not just out here doing this. They're feeding off your energy by making you feel down or talking down on your dreams. It's like making them feel good inside, like I was saying. It's giving them energy, it's giving them power over you. You really gotta stop giving people power over you. Protect your energy, protect yourself, protect your mental. If it's messing with you mentally, if it's making you question things, if it's making you feel bad about yourself, it's being a person, a situation, anything, it has to go. It goes back to you having self-esteem, having confidence, believing that you matter. If something is bothering you on a conscious or subconscious level, you have to dismiss it. You have to get rid of it. That's how change is made. And I will tell you that, yes, it does sound scary, because, again, you might end up losing a lot of friends, people, family members. Family is big with family, because you're really programmed to think, oh, this is my family member, I have to tolerate it. Oh, this is so and so, like, I have to deal with it because they're my aunt or they're my grandpa, or like, but you're still suffering at the expense of others. So even if it's a family member, these things, you have to still have self-preservation and self-respect, because you do matter over your family member. Yes, your family member matters, but you matter first and foremost. That is it. You need to realize that. So the sooner you realize that, all of this will be easy. All of this will make sense. It'll be easy for you to not tolerate certain situations and things. It'll be easy for you not to be too nice because you're protecting yourself. It's like a parent protecting their kids. Okay, I'm a nice person, but if I go out somewhere and somebody is threatening my kids, best believe I can turn real mean real fucking quick. I'm not a killer, but you're gonna fucking push me, okay? That's how it has to be with yourself. That's how you have to protect yourself. So, by all means, be a nice person until threatened. And I don't mean like threatened with a knife or like literally threatened, but I mean when someone is trying to bring you down, it's a threat. When someone is talking down to you, it's a threat. When people are giving you issues, giving you problems, trying to stop your shine, trying to stop you from doing certain things that you believe in or anything like that, it's a threat. Okay, so there has to be like a switch where you cut that niceness off for certain people, and you don't have to be mean when checking people. Like I said, sometimes you don't even have to say nothing at all. You can just one day stop talking to a person. And this is another thing that two nice people do. They feel like they need to give everyone an explanation. Sometimes you don't even have to give somebody an explanation for why you stop talking to them. So yeah, say you just decide, you know what, I don't like how this person's treating me. I'm just going to cut them off. Just decide from that moment, you know what, block their number, block them on social media. And then you think to yourself, oh, well, what if I see them in person? They're going to wonder like, oh, why did you block me? Or you didn't even say this and you didn't even say anything. And I tried to, you do this and you just blocked me on everything. Like, what? Okay, if you have to explain because they're in your fucking face, by all means you can explain. But even then, even if they're in their face, you can just kind of look at them like, I don't even remember who you are, and walk away. That's savage. That's savage as hell. But the thing is, like I said, if you have a fear of blocking people or cutting them out of your life because what will they think of you, or what happens if you see them in person and they're wondering why you cut them off, you'll deal with that when you get there. And when you get there, again, if you don't want to explain yourself then don't. You don't owe people an explanation. I genuinely don't want to be mean to people, even if they're mean to me. So it might sound bad that I just cut them off. Like literally, I'm the type of person, I will block your number and block you on everything. I will never say anything to you. And if I never see you again in this life, you'll just never know what happened. And to me, yeah, that's a little mean, but it's also mean if I would have told you this to your face, because I probably would have started cursing. I probably would have turned into a mean person because I, have felt threatened or whatever. That's not cool. So I just decided to cut you off nicely, not say anything mean, and go on about my life. That's fine. That's mature. That's a mature thing to do. Okay, so being so nice, and again, not putting yourself first. Stop allowing people to talk down on you and your dreams just because you feel bad about how they'll feel if you tell them to stop or if you cut them off. That's not your problem. Okay? It's not your problem. Your only problem is protecting yourself, protecting your little bubble, protecting your energy. That's your problem. How they feel after you cut them off or have to tell them to stop saying certain things to you is how they feel. You being too nice is you caring how they feel. Because did they care how you felt when they were saying and doing those things to you? No. They absolutely did not. Realize that. You gotta care about yourself because not everybody is. So going into number 4, that brings me to compromising the things you want to do and the things you want to be in life for what someone else wants you to do or what someone else wants you to be. Going back to self, you got to be selfish. You have to do what's going to make you happy first. So if other people don't believe in that, then oh well. And again, you'll have those good friends where it doesn't matter where you choose to go in life, they're going to support you. They're not going to make you feel bad about changing or switching up. They're not going to make you feel bad about going against the grain or going do something else. The people that do that are not your friends. And the people that are doing that, they're doing that out of hate and envy and jealousy because they see that you have a spark in you or you have a creative idea, and instead of supporting that, they want to bring it down. So they're like, oh, you can't do that. Be fucking for real, girl, bye. That's not a friend. A real friend is wow, even if they don't understand, I think that's really cool. And, you you should pursue that. Yeah, like, so what do you have to do something like that? Or if that's what you want to do, girl, go ahead. Like, go on. Like, I support you, whatever, like, those are the type of friends you need. Do not compromise what you want to be and what you want to do in life because of the people around you. Even your own parents, a lot of the times, parents, they mean well. They want you to be doctors or lawyers. They want you to be successful, or they want to push you to do certain things. And a lot of people get trapped in a life that they don't like because they're trying to please their parents. There's way too many people that went to medical school to be doctors because their whole family's doctors and they felt like they needed to be a doctor. They hated every minute of it. And those are the doctors that are out there that are like just getting by, just getting through their day. They don't even genuinely have a want to help people because they really didn't even want to be a doctor. They just did it because it ran in the family and they didn't want to disappoint their parent. Like, it's a disservice to yourself when you center your entire life and what you become and what you do with your life over what other people wanted you to do. It's a huge disservice to yourself. You know why? You're going to be unhappy. That's not what you wanted to do. That's not what you like. You can fake it till you make it all you want, but you're going to be unhappy. You're going to be unhappy. So that's number 4. Stop being that nice. Stop neglecting yourself just to make other people feel better and being who they want you to be and being who they want you to become, or just stop. That's way too nice, okay? And again, it's at the expense of who? Yourself. Stop that. Okay? Lastly, we kind of touched over this. Remove yourself from toxic situations and toxic people with no regrets. The key here is no regrets. You gotta stop putting yourself in situations and just start removing people from your life. Toxic people with no regrets. The key word here is no regrets, because a lot of the times, people that are too nice, people that are people pleasers, this is why they don't remove toxic people from their life. They feel bad. They don't want the other person to think badly of them. They don't want to hurt the other people's feelings, so they just allow these people in their life. You've got to learn to just cut people off. And like I said, it doesn't even have to be anything mean. You don't have to be like, you don't even have to be like me. If you feel like you need to give someone an explanation, eye roll. By all means do. Send them a courteous little message. Hey, I don't like the way you talk to me, and I just feel like this relationship is toxic, and I don't really feel happy when I'm around you, but because you make me feel XYZ. Like, if you want to go into all that feelings and stuff, go ahead. But also, if you don't, realize that it's okay to just cut somebody off. It's okay one day to just block them from everything and not associate with them. And then even if you happen to see them in life, you really still don't have to, can't nobody make you do anything. You really don't even have to associate them if you do see them in person. But if you do, you can let them know then, but the thing is, you need to learn to remove people from your life that don't belong there. People that are not going to do the same things you would do for them. People who are going to talk down on you. People who are going to make snide comments to you. People who are not going to uplift you. People who you can't be your genuine self around. Okay? You should not have these people around you. I don't care if they're family members. I don't care if they're people in your class and you have to see them every day. That does not mean you have to allow them in your circle, allow them in your bubble, allow them in your life. It does not matter. Stop being that nice. Love yourself first. Realize that you matter, and realize really quickly that you being too nice is at the expense of yourself. If you don't do it for nobody else, do it for yourself. Stop being nice to everybody else and start being nice to yourself. The person who matters, the person who you should care about the most. Stop being nice to everybody else. Be nice to yourself. That's the takeaway from this, guys. Bye.